Ancients of Day. Born every nation, born of creation, born before his Ancients of Day. Big up on yourself, my people. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Good night. Good night, guys. Good morning, good afternoon. Wherever time zone you guys are watching from. Big up on yourself. Oh my God, guys. It's been a while, but I'm here. See with me. See with me, guys. I'm here. I'm here. Big up on yourself, my people. Big up on yourself. I ready. Yeah, me know that. Why style walk one? Me there up on the gully side, boy. There up on the gully side, boy. Me I tell you, interested week. You know, interested week, boy. Trust me. But we there. We have a reason tonight. We have a reason. They ain't shouting. Me ain't shouting. You know, wife style. Me, I was on Twitter and I see where Mark Golding put out a video discussing the Auditor General report, and I was about to text something in the comment section, but something hit me. And I said, no, me not comment under Mark Golding video. Why? Because opposition is there to oppose. Yeah, opposition is there. Should we just show, my eyes them red. So me say me now comment on the Mark Golding post because opposition is there to oppose, and that's all the PMP do. You know, they don't contribute nothing positive to our country. All they do is to oppose, and they just want to see another scandal to run with. You understand? So me say no, me now comment on it. Yeah. So going forward, me now go jump on everything the PMP come out with. You understand what I mean? Because it really genius. It's really genius. You understand? Really, really genius. You just have to focus on the things that the government is doing. Yeah? Continue to spread the positive news. Yeah? And continue to spread what the government is doing. Yeah? And we find out also that we cannot listen to these media houses either, because these media houses is trying to push their narrative. They are fighting with platform like these, you understand, and other social media spaces. Yeah. So we have to just follow government and government agencies and government news media who is bringing out the real-time information. Yeah? Because one thing me know, that these media houses, majority of them, yeah, is not in favor of this government. Yeah? The reason why? Because Andrew now take no talk from no media houses, and no media houses gonna um you know draft, our schedule what the government should do or what the government should not be doing. You understand what I mean? These media houses want to control government and tell government how to operate, from what from how not to operate. It's the same thing with the gleaner the other weeks. Yeah, they come out and they, when Andrew was about to give his budget presentation, you hear people talking about you hear the gleaner talking about they need the prime minister to focus on these whenever time he is giving his budget presentation. You know what I mean? Well, listen to me. We now go let no media houses um um drive our our when did I call it? When I look for a word for use, because these media houses believes that they can control the narrative. That's the word I want to use. They want to control the narrative at all times. What we come to talk about, really, you see, I was in a heated conversation this evening with some persons regarding the money that the Auditor General said that we have in the account, and we just use 2% out of the money. And the conversation kind of go left, and we just stop talk. Yeah? You see, even though we support the Jamaica Labour Party, if they do something that is wrong, you think say me nah go say boy them wrong? Wrong are wrong. And two wrong can't make right. You understand what I mean? So if the Jamaica Labour Party do something wrong, me nah go sit down here as a supporter and condone it. No, I will never. You understand? Many persons, right, on social media talking about this Auditor General report, right? And they're just talking based on, right, what people is saying. They don't read, they don't comprehend, they don't think before they talk. Many social influencers, social media influencers out there, right? We see them jump on the matter too. And some of them want to disrespect the Prime Minister and calling the Prime Minister scammer. Yeah, and some of them blatantly come out calling the Prime Minister thief. But hear me now. One of the conversation was the government have the money and the government not helping the people of that affected by Hurricane Melissa. And I have to stop them right there. Yeah? And I asked them for evidence. I asked them for the evidence. Show me the evidence that those who affected by Hurricane Melissa, show me the evidence that they don't get any help. Yeah? Want to show me the evidence. Majority of the people that are talking, right? Majority of the people that are talking about the government not helping the hurricane victims, yeah, they just talk, yeah, for talking sake. Some of them are looking likes, some of them are looking popularity out of the matter, yeah, and some of them is just on social media for the rumor, the propaganda, misinformation, and disinformation. Why? Because it sells. It sells. They're not about the truth. Yeah? The truth is the government have $1.44 billion Jamaican dollars in the account, right? Not spent. You understand? And you have to understand government, right? And understand the red tape, right? That the government have to go through for these money to be spent. You understand? But the government, the government wasn't depending on this money that is in the account, because the government already spent $67 billion to help the hurricane victims. And nobody not talking about that. Mark Golding did his video and posted it on X, talking about the Auditor General report. And Mark Golding did not draw for this information that the government have released. Yeah? Where the government said they spent $67 billion in helping the hurricane victims. Listen to me. You see, I don't argue based on feelings. And I don't argue based on what I think. If you're going to argue with me, yeah, come with your information, because the information is always out there for us. And whenever time I draw for information, right? People want to tell you about your mother. They want to tell you about your family. They want to tell you how much parts make you up. When those things are not necessary. If we are going to argue, let us argue on facts. You understand? A lot of persons have been helped. A lot of persons, when the government give out grants and they give out roofing grants and act, I don't see one person right now that haven't been helped by the government. Some people get up to $500,000. You understand me? Up to $500,000. But one thing me know, one thing me know. Yeah? If this thing not bring, if you not bring girl, it go bring boy. If you not bring girl, it go bring boy. Because you have some PMP out here, right? Believe that they can just get up and just tell lie as they feel like Dewey and Vaz, yeah, and others. But me want, you know, the Local Government Act. I needed to amend that the minister can have certain power over the municipal corporation across the island. And if they can't do it like that, I need the Local Government Act, right, to amend and give the Minister of Local Government power over certain municipal corporation across the island. Because it cannot be that the government want to help the hurricane victims and you have the PMP, right? You have the PMP trying to sabotage the government, and nobody is arguing about that either. They see that as good. Yeah, they see that as good. They see that as something good when it is not. You can't have government want to help the people and you guys going to put blockage in the way. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And me hear some people come talk about the government of Jamaica is collecting the people taxes. They must build house for the people and give people houses. I don't argue out of ignorance. I don't argue out of ignorance. Those argument is nonsensical. And what I have noticed is those people living in the diaspora talking this garbage. Right? I can bet anybody in the diaspora right now. Right? You guys have no house. On a sacrifice, on a work hard. Well, in time, big up yourself. On a work hard to buy no house. Some of them have more than one house. Yeah? More than one house because some of them invest. You understand? In real estate. Yeah? And me positive because most of you will live in the diaspora. You don't have no house, so you don't pay a lot of taxes. Yeah? And if that house should, God forbid, go up in flame or any natural disaster come and destroy those homes, if you guys don't have any form of insurance, you guys cannot call upon any government to build back any infrastructure for you guys. You understand me? The least them going to do, I put up in one shelter and go on a food stamp and go buy food to eat. But if you don't want back on the house, you have to go work on a damn ass off and save up back on the money or borrow money, right? And go build back on the house if you don't have no insurance. And Jamaica alone, me hear people and come talk about the people are throwing taxes. The government must build back the people in their house. Me no argue like that. I don't argue. When me hear them, the argument that if I'm going to reason with you and you're going to reason on that note, me end my conversation because me realize you're not knowledgeable about anything that government is doing or what government can do. government must not help. Yeah, government must try and help, which the government is doing. Let me tell you something. You see, in any other administration, in the past, and disaster hit, yeah, no other government helped the people of Jamaica like this government, led by the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Hollis. Especially when it comes on to disaster. Especially when it comes on to disaster. You understand what I mean? We talk like Jamaica have natural resources where the government sit down on millions of trillions of dollars and not helping the people of Jamaica. It can't. It puzzles me. It really puzzles me how people going to argue. Because I said, Dojan, going to argue. You understand what I mean? That the government have money and the government must help the people. The look of money when the government get. If the government decided that, all right then, since there's no attack, we are going to divide up the money, the $1.44 billion when we have in the account. We are going to divide it out and we are going to help the people them were affected by Hurricane Melissa. If the government ever do that right now, it put every God Almighty one of to shame. Because the money that the hurricane victim would receive, it not even can buy a party. That money, not even could have buy a party. So we don't know what I come talk about. This government, right? This government, I'm talking, you know. Me talk it from Melissa come. Me talk it. Because all of these people, when Melissa, when the storm come and the storm over with, and me see people just start to pour in these affected areas. Me say, and people of course the government and I come talk about Andrew now do not know whatever, the government now do not know whatever. Me say it, you know, me say, listen to me. When everybody give and gone, right, and the government are gonna have everything to deal with after. Me say it, it's on record, and the government have everything to do after, like build back people houses if they can, help people put on back roofs and all of this. Remember, all of these people, they were getting food. You understand what I mean? All of them were getting food. The PMP collect money on behalf of these people and fail to help the people. You understand what I mean? Fail to help the people. And only person me hear the PMP talk about from Melissa until now is the people of Westmoreland. Is the people of the West of Westmoreland. Even the Naira bill that the government have passed. Me and man said them not support the bill because not in there for Westmoreland. Like a Westmoreland alone affected by Meliki and Melissa. Nonsensical argument them the man. Me never know, we know say PMP done, you know. But me never know say PMP would really so dunce and stupid. And guess what? They have people who believe them. They have people who are following them. And they have people who is running with their talking points. But there is no point to run with. You understand? There is no point to run with. The government is doing everything in their power to help the people who are affected by Hurricane Melissa. People, listen to me. I want to talk about these things. I want to stop. Listen to the media houses, them who have the PMP agenda and not the country agenda. You understand? The country agenda is different from the PMP and these media houses agenda. Oh no, listen to these media houses. Oh no, listen to PMP. You understand what I mean? Mr. Mark Golden posted a video the other day. I don't know if I Westmoreland did that. With Dayton Campbell playing domino, drinking and drinking in our community. Listen to me, people. We pass those type of politics. We pass those type of politics. Don't let PMP come back, right? And combine out with rum and boom. You understand? Don't let them combine out with one jagan and two cigarettes. It's time for development, and this government is serious about development, is serious about pushing Jamaica forward. You understand me? Oh no, make my golden come and trick, you know. Then the days they gone like a kite. You understand what I mean? The time when them sit down there play domino, we don't know. Yeah? The things that the municipal corporation should be doing and not doing. Mark Gordon, Dayton Campbell should have excavator in Westmoreland digging out, right? What do you call it? The foundation that the government give the municipal corporation to dig out foundation to put the houses them, but I'm going to give to the people. People, let me, you see, this government have to get serious. Have to get serious. And me don't know where the Auditor General are waiting, you know. I don't know what the Auditor General is waiting on to audit Westmoreland Municipal Corporation and Hanover Municipal Corporation. Because it cannot be that the government is pushing forward and these people is sabotaging government. It is out there to see. It is out there to see. And these people is doing it right in front of our very eyes. The government need to get serious. And Desmond McKenzie need to call on the Auditor General to go to Westmoreland and audit the municipal corporation in Westmoreland. And the people of Westmoreland must understand that the government of Jamaica, right, not going to use our taxpayer money and give all of them who are affected by Hurricane Melissa houses. So any MP down there is telling them that the government have to use our taxpayer money and give them houses or to make a damn sad mistake. Or to make a sad mistake. You understand? Or to be loyal to the criminal organization regime for years on top of years on top of years. Or to make a change. And the change was working for you guys. But you guys decided that, listen to me, you're not going to go back in the mud. Yeah? You're not going to go back in the mud. I'm going to go back in the mud and see that in a serve with no purpose. You understand? In a serve with no purpose. But one thing me know, the government of Jamaica must take a stand, yeah, against the MPs in Westmoreland. They must not make those MPs, even though they vote for them. But the government of Jamaica must never let these MPs dictate to them what they must do from what they must not do. You understand me? Desmond McKenzie, you understand? You not even should have give them a second chance, Desmond McKenzie, because Westmoreland done so much already. Westmoreland have done, municipal corporation have done so much already. Everybody inside here should be in prison by now. And you take up money to give them to build the foundation that we're going to put house Desmond McKenzie. You can't give rat cheese to carry Desmond McKenzie. And me hear you say, if them not build it by certain time, you're going to collect back the money and use a different contractor. At Desmond McKenzie, at first, I blame you. At first, you should never give them that money because you know how Westmoreland Municipal Corporation is corrupt. You know how they corrupt. You know they operate. You know how they want to sabotage government. You know that Desmond McKenzie. So in the first place, you should never give them that money, Desmond McKenzie, to do anything. Yeah? Unafraid of PMP too much. When PMP and do for them thing, they don't care about anybody else. They only care about themselves and the comrades. So we don't know why not afraid of PMP. Why not afraid of PMP? He has to send the money as it located to do. But lifestyle, him have to send it. Him obligated to send it. You understand what I mean? But listen to me now. Me understand that and lifestyle. Me understand it. But hear me say now. That is the reason why I am calling on the local government, right? The Local Government Act to change, to amend. I need it to amend. I need the local government minister to have certain power over the municipal corporation around the island, or get rid of every municipal corporation around the island. We don't need no municipal corporation around the island. If that is going to stop Jamaica from developing, get rid of the municipal corporations around the island. Yeah? Because Mr. Andrew Swaby a ball too. Mr. Andrew Swaby a ball. I said, Nara, I gonna have power over the municipal corporation. Yeah? And we don't have no problem with that. I don't have any problem with that. You understand what I mean? I don't have any problem with that. But people, we have to be careful. We have to be careful because the narrative out there is that the government, right, have the money in the account and not helping the hurricane victim. And Mark Golding take it and run with it like it's gospel. It's not gospel, Mark Golding. Stop it, Mark Golding. It is not gospel. You understand what I mean? And me hear the PMP them come talk about the money that the government collect is way more than that. Yeah? Me even hear some MP with it. The PMP MP. But we could say the same thing about the money that you guys have collected to help the people of Westmoreland PMP. We could say the same thing. Yeah? And we know that the money that you guys have collected, collect, is way more than that. I'm telling you, PMP. It's way more than that. I want to know, and if the PMP can come out and tell us, how many persons in Westmoreland, since you don't love Westmoreland, so, and are back for Westmoreland every day, want to tell the Jamaican people how many houses you guys have built, right, or purchased for the people of Westmoreland. How many families do they have? Since you don't love the people, the government money was collected and reported in real time. Oh, you mean lifestyle? Real thing. PMP, if you don't help anybody, right, to build back the house, or to repair the roof, or you don't buy the container house them, if you don't help the people them, right, if you don't help anybody, any family member, let us know. Let us know. Because on the government, a press on the government. We don't press on the government to use our taxpayer money to buy a house to them. We don't tell us how many persons you guys have helped. Since you don't love the people them of Westmoreland, so I don't want to see the people them of Westmoreland live good like anybody else. You understand what I mean? It's disingenuous, man, to see how no behave. You understand what I mean? It is disingenuous to see how no behave. And Mark Golding, when we hear you are talk this evening on X, right? The dishonesty and the lies. And it hurt me, Mark Golding, to be on social media, right? To refer to you as a liar. You understand what I mean? But it's you who should be blamed. Because you are the one who is out there lying, spreading rumors, misinformation, and propaganda. Right? Nationwide asked you at the press conference why your statutory declaration cannot be certified. You understand what I mean? Why it cannot be certified, Mark Golding? You said to the reporter, Chevron, that the Non-Integrity Commission, right, short staff, and that is the reason why your statutory declaration cannot be certified. Right there, Mark Golding, yeah, you lied. Yeah, right there you lie. Because when thinking Jamaicans who understand how the Integrity Commission work, yeah, Parliamentary and statutory declaration is priority to the Non-Integrity Commission. The leader of the opposition and the Prime Minister is priority. So whether they're short staff or don't short staff, your statutory declaration and the Prime Minister come first. So they're going to pay more attention and make sure that you guys statutory declaration certified. Mark Golding, you run around the country. You're going to diaspora. You said that it is a disgrace to have a Prime Minister where his statutory declaration cannot be certified. You give the PNP talking points. You give the bloggers talking points, Mark Golding. Yeah? But Mark Golding, your statutory declaration cannot be certified, Mark Golding. Can you tell the Jamaican people? Because we are getting droppings, Mark Golding, that you allegedly is under heavy investigation. Yeah? Under heavy investigation. Because the Integrity Commission is allowed now, right, to investigate businesses that is offshore, Mark Golding. And remember, when your statutory declaration was certifying, right, those business offshore wasn't investigating. You understand? So it's certified. But now, yeah, they have to look into what you have offshore for your statutory declaration to be certified. Your statutory declaration, it cannot certified, Mark. Can you come and tell the Jamaican people why is your statutory declaration cannot be certified? Mark Golding, are you under investigation for illicit enrichment? Mark Golding, it is just reasonable question to ask. Mark Golding, let me tell you something, Mark. Let me tell you something. But me say, I have never seen a big man that lie and wicked like you, Mark Golding. I have never seen any big man that is so lie and wicked of you. Remember, if the Integrity Commission is short, right? Short staff, Mark Golding, and in certifying your statutory declaration, they were short when they were certifying, right? The most investigating me, the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Wallace statutory declaration. They were short of staff too. So what are you going to tell the Jamaican people? Eh? What are you going to tell the Jamaican people? Mark, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. And I said this out of the bowels of my belly, Mark Golding. Yeah? You hate Jamaica to the point where if you get a message and a lighter right now, you burn it down. I saw you hate Jamaica. I saw you hate Jamaica, man. You can't love this country, brother. I'm saying that. I'm going to jump on Nikisha Burchell. Because I've seen Nikisha Burchell behaving like a little schoolgirl. You know when a schoolgirl see a little boy at school when like, yeah, and she knows that the boy have a girlfriend, yeah. So he start to hate the girl for no reason. A matter of fact, he start to hate the girl because the girl have a boy when like. You know what I mean? In a real life, Nikisha Burchell reminisce on the Prime Minister, big God Almighty night, Probably Nikisha Burchell have a wet dream over the Prime Minister. That is the reason why she don't like the Speaker of the House. When we listen to the interview with Nikisha Burchell and TVJ, with Never Bell, and listen to the garbage that Nikisha Burchell go on the media house and spit out. Yeah? Me tell you, say, me don't know. Me don't know what Nikisha Burchell think she think she is. Yeah? For me, Nikisha Burchell just love attention. And she love to make headlines. Yeah, that is her aim every time she go to Parliament. To make headline. To create some controversial, thing. But listen to me now. Nikisha Burchell knows that she can't speak patois in the house. Yeah, she know that. Yeah, what has been said that she cannot speak the patois, but to get on the speaker nerves, she has opened up her mouth and start to speak the patois. According to the interview on television Jamaica, she says she wants to stir up a conversation. She wants to stir up a conversation. So now Dujan and Whitestyle and Nicole, let me stir up a conversation. Because this government started the conversation a long time ago. This government decided that, listen, we want to remove Jamaica from under the king. We want to turn Jamaica into a republic. The government of Jamaica form a committee. They take some from the opposition, take some from the government, take some from civil society, take some from the church, yeah? And put them together and said, create these laws that will guide us for Jamaica to move from under the king to become a republic. And when they draft up the documents and they read the documents, send the documents to Mark Golding, send the documents to the Prime Minister, they read it, and Mark Golding said he not agree with some of what in the documents. Yeah? But he said what he agree on, Thomas speak of himself, he said what he agree on, he's going to sign off on it. And what he don't agree on, like the final court, they're going to go back to the drawing board and they're going to see if they come to any conclusion, yeah, in that matter. When they're ready for Mark Golding to sign off on the documents, Mark Golding said he don't agree with nothing in that bill. So Jamaica hope to become republic through up the window. Mark Golding, Nikisha Burchell, we start that conversation. We start that conversation to throw out the maze out of Parliament. We start that conversation, right, to throw that standing order where we cannot speak patois or no other language within our Parliament. This government has started that conversation. And Nikisha Burchell, who stopped that conversation? Who stopped that conversation? The same man when I bow down to over there, sir, Mark Golding, whose family used to own slaves in Jamaica. His great-great-grandparents, the Nunez, who used to own slaves in Jamaica, stopping Jamaica from becoming republic. So don't try, Nikisha Burchell, to blame government or blame the speaker for you not to speak in your native language, patois, in Parliament. It was Mark Golding ancestors who draft that law and leave us to follow. Eh? And who run behind Mount Cody. Record big myself. And who walk around Mount Cody and want to blame government. Nikisha Bertrand, be careful. Be careful. You're a young politician. Yeah? You manufactured body, a work for you. You understand what I mean? But listen to me. Think, Nikisha Bertrand. Think. You see this? Nikisha Bertrand, I expected you, after the speaker shut you down from speaking in patois in our parliament, I did expect you to turn to Mark Golding and say to Mark Golding, you is the one, you are the one, right, that is stopping me this evening from speaking in my dialect, Mark Golding. Because when the government called on you, Mark Golding, to sign the documents for Jamaica to become republic, you said, no, Jamaica not going to come any republic. Jamaica not going to move from under the king. Yeah? Mark Golding, let me tell you something. You is the first person we expect to sign that piece of document if you really love Jamaica or you really want to see the best interest of our country. But no, Mark Golding. Yeah, it's all about your king. Yeah, it's all about your King Charles, Mark Golding. You know what I mean? But boy, sometimes when you really look into these matter, yeah, it grieves the heck out of you. And I can't, for Christ's sake, understand why Mark Golding is sitting in our parliament. Why Mark Golding is sitting in our parliament when Mark Golding not even have a birth certificate. Do you know that Mark Golding is the only person in our parliament that can become a prime minister in England and a prime minister in Jamaica? Mark Golding is the only that is the reason why Mark Golding is behaving like he is privileged more than anybody within this country, because he knew that he can become prime minister right now in Jamaica if the people vote for him. And he can become prime minister in England right now if the people vote for him. Nobody else in Jamaica can go to England and become any prime minister. But anybody from England, like Mark Golding, can come to Jamaica, live for 1 year, and run to become prime minister in Jamaica. Mark Golding ancestors draft these laws to govern our country and our parliament. You understand what I mean? You understand? And boy, may I tell you, Nikisha, if you have something personal, and it's obvious, Nikisha, that you have something personally, right, against the House Speaker. But listen to me. I always defend the House Speaker, Miss Juliet Holness. I always defend her. Why? Because every Tuesday, she stand in Parliament and she defend the standing order of our Parliament. And it doesn't matter the tone that she's speaking, and it doesn't matter the body language that she show in Parliament. You understand what I mean? She do these things because of you guys' behavior and attitude towards her. Yeah? And I know that if Miss Juliet Holness was a man, you guys would not treat her the way how you guys have been treating her. You understand what I mean? But Miss Juliet Holness is one of the best House Speaker I have ever seen run Parliament. And listen to me, take the prime minister, take wife out of this thing. Everybody know, say he's the prime minister wife, but he breached the law. Hmm? She breached the law. The government breached the law. No, yes, I mean, no. And I mean, people come talk about it's not ethical. What about it is not ethical? Eh? Me no say brother and brother in a parliament, house speaker, MP. Me no say son and father. Hmm? Me no say how much wife and husband and cousin and whatever in a parliament. And so that is a nonsensical argument to her. Yes, sir? She didn't break any law. She hold all of you guys to the standing order. The Jamaica Labour Party and the PMP. She's a good damn house speaker. Yeah? And me tell you, act like a child in a parliament. And indeed, she treat you like a child. You understand me? She treat you like a child. So listen to me, man. We have as much, as a government to give thanks for. Yeah? We have as much as government to give thanks for. Me tap cost PMP and I want to talk look good about our administration. I mean, man, brothers, we have Peter Phillips. We have Peter Phillips' son. We what heap of them in there? What heap of them? But hear me now. When we talk about the Jamaica crime plan, Jamaica crime plan right now is making wave across other countries because we have seen where Mexico have come to Jamaica to study how Jamaica have been doing community policing, and they go back to Mexico and implement the same crime strategy that Jamaica have. I see where Trinidad and Tobago came to Jamaica, take the exact crime plan, went back to Trinidad, implemented it, and making wave in Trinidad and Tobago. We have seen Turk and Caicos this week. Yeah, the government of Jamaica and the security force, yeah, was the Prime Minister of Jamaica was in Turk and Caicos, and the Turk and Caicos police force came to Jamaica with Fix Bailey, and they have some training with the JCF, and we have some members from the JCF in Turk and Caicos implementing the same crime plan that we have in Jamaica. And can I tell you, these policemen and women have been creating wave in Turk and Caicos. I mean, like they were seeing uprising in crime and violence in Turk and Caicos the last 2 years. But this year, since the Jamaican police went there, they have seen zero murder in Turk and Caicos. And I tell you, we feel proud. We feel proud. Yeah? And the same crime plan is working here in Jamaica. Because last year, for 31 years, you understand what I mean? We go under 700 murder. And right now, Costa Rica, Jamaica crime plan also, yeah. So last year, Jamaica seen under 700 murder, something that we have never seen in 31 years. And right now, we are on the track to see under 400 murder because crime, violence, murder down. I think it's 29% or 25% so far this year. You understand? So we are doing tremendously well. And listen to me, we just have to work with the government. You see, some people definitely don't want Jamaica to shine. Believe you me. People like PMP and their supporters, they definitely don't want Jamaica to shine. And when you listen to these people talking about Jamaica, may I tell you, say, listen to me, man. Something does grieve you to how them people here are talk about our country. Yeah? Things are going, things are happening. May I tell you, all across this country. And guess what? The best is yet to come. You see, this Nara is going to bring so much opportunity. So much opportunity. Listen to me, man. One statistics came out last week that I think that's a 50% of Jamaicans plan to leave the country. Yeah? But may I say to me Jamaican people then? May I say to me Jamaican people then? Think twice. Think twice. Because the best is yet to come. Yeah? The best is yet to come. On a think twice. Yeah? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Young people, it's our time to shine. It's our time to shine. Stop listening to these media houses. Stop listening to the PMP criminal organization and Mark Golding. Because Mark Golding and the PMP is telling us that nothing now go on. But yet still, the PMP and Mark Golding, is making billions, millions of dollars, yeah, in profit of his business here in Jamaica. Yeah, if not now go on, Mark Golding and his business partner making so much money. Yeah, young people, it's time for us to shine. And let me tell you something. The government of Jamaica is offering up to level 5 at heart. Why? Because the government want us to get certified in whatever field we like. Yeah? For us to get the opportunities when it arises. Yeah? Listen to me. It's the last thing we want to sit down and hear is that the government of Jamaica have to go overseas to get foreigners to come to Jamaica to work. I'm sure that we don't want that. We don't want that. So me I ask every young people who don't have a skill, this is the time for you to go and get a skill and get yourself certified. Because the opportunity that NARA going to give, we're not supposed to work again. If we broke, we're not supposed to work again. And if we have money, we're going to have more money on top of money. You understand? And if you're in the middle class, you're going to go at the higher, the top of the class. Because money are going to spend. You understand me? NARA bring a tremendous opportunity for all of us. You understand? Who have a sense of direction where we want to be in life. You understand what I mean? Jamaica will be the first world Caribbean island. May I tell you, Walters, tell them for me now. Tell them for me now. Listen to me. Listen to me. And listen to me very careful. I have seen a lot of Jamaicans returning home to Jamaica from foreign countries like America and England. I have seen a lot of Jamaicans returning home. You understand what I mean? And I know a lot of people is planning their next trip to come back home to Jamaica. Because them see the vision of the government. They see the vision, yeah? And them know say Jamaica is not going to be this Jamaica the next 2 to 5 to 10 years. You understand what I mean? Them see the vision. So them have moved to Jamaica with their qualifications. Not only Jamaicans moving back home, but we have people who don't have any farmer generation in Jamaica moving to Jamaica. You understand me? We have seen a lot of people in America moving to Jamaica. We see people from Africa moving to Jamaica. We see people from England, born, grow up, England, and have a family in Jamaica, moving to Jamaica. You understand me? Jamaica future looking bright under the leadership of the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Willis. Let us put ourselves together for the opportunities that are going to present itself. You understand me? Yeah, man. Big up to the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael. Another thing that I want to say. Me say Andrew go to Turk and Caicos. And me I tell you, say the people them love Andrew. You know, say everywhere Andrew go, the people them love him. Everywhere Andrew go out of Jamaica, the people them love him. Why the people them love Andrew so? Why the people them love Andrew so? Because the people them are see the work. Them are feel the work that the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Willis is doing. So what happened to we? What happened to we? And we neither. What happened to the PMP and those bad mind people who don't want to see Jamaica move forward? What happened to them? They can't see. Where all are we are see? I saw no blind. I saw no blind. Listen to me, man. I don't stop follow the PMP criminal organization because I one thing me know about PMP. You see? PMP don't like Jamaica to prosper. PMP don't like Jamaica to prosper. Me I tell you no. The PMP no mind Jamaica no move from where there. Me I tell you. No, see what them do in their 18 and a half years. You know, see, nothing was stable at all. Nothing was stable at all. Yeah? And I said it on many occasions. If the PMP was doing 5% of what this government is doing, Jamaica would be a better place today for me, for you, and for every God Almighty soul. You understand me? Every soul. Andrew, boy, the day God sent Andrew is a day where we all should give thanks for. Believe you me. Because this man love him country. This man look out for him country. This man look out for the people of this country. There is no one like this Prime Minister. There's nobody like him. Trust me. And me have to give him credit. Me no business when nobody wants it. Me have to give Andrew his credit because credit is due to this Prime Minister here. No man. No man. No man. Andrew great man. Great. He's the greatest Prime Minister in the history of our country. Yeah? Big up yourself. Our Prime Minister. Big up yourself. Believe you me. Me know say boy. In a couple of days. Me feel say now I go the Governor General is going to put his signature on the Naira bill. Yeah? And we will get it into action. Believe you me, because we want to see the work start. Yeah, we want to see the country develop. You understand me? We want to see the road from Manchester, Williamsfield. Yes, start. Right? Go straight back to Montego Bay. Cut through Black River. Oh God. One heap of road work. Then one heap of building. Oh God Almighty, man, be anxious. Be anxious. So let me go for the selfie people. A long time we don't come live, you know. Longer than mighty time. Because, guys, let me tell you something. And I really think me attack. Sometimes I have to wonder if me, I go analyze myself. You know, so me work till when me sit down, me a chimble. Me a chimble like in a real life. Guys, me work as a till me don't know which day me in a. Me don't know which day me in a. Me have to jar for my phone and go on my almanac or something, guys. Believe you me. Trust me. Rough. Rough. But me a go on. Me a go on. They say by the sweat of your blow, you shall like bread. Stuart, big up yourself. You understand what I mean? And things. So, we have to do what we have to do. because we young now. And something man, when we reach certain age, you understand? We're not supposed to work hard like how we are work now. So if you work and I put things in place. You understand me? I mean? But that's how you go. That's how you go. We are not like a comrade who are gonna sit by. You understand what I mean? And wait for a handout. We are not them person there. Only comrade alone sit down and wait for a handout. And we want to see our still Jamaican abroad to come get some of the project. And we are talking about Walters. Walters, a whole heap of company, um Jamaican owned company overseas coming back to Jamaica to get work. You understand what I mean? Whole heap of them. Whole heap of them. You understand what I mean? One heap of them, man. Believe you me. One heap of them. Work is there for everybody. Work is there for everybody, man. So I'm gonna big up on yourself, guys. Have a great night, great afternoon, great morning. Whatever time zone you guys are watching from. I'm gonna big up on yourself. You hear me I say? And I don't know if me I come live tomorrow, but if me available, just um look at me post. You understand what I mean? Me I go post what time me I go come on and so. But guys, me have a lot of interesting video out there. Please, me I beg you. Or just give me on a thought in the comment section. Tell me what you think. You understand what I mean? And let us have a conversation and so forth. Watch the video, them and thing. Give your boy some support. And like and share the YouTube channel. And just one love. You understand what I mean? Love all the way, man. Show a labor right. You understand what I mean?